Judgments of God that are going to come. If you tell them, God said you'll save your soul and you'll save their soul. He said, but if you don't tell them, they will perish and you will perish, and I will require their blood on your hands. Are you with me now? You see what I'm saying? So God does desire for preachers to know this 20th century facade that we mark up as God's church. God wants us to know. He's not trying to hide it from something. You don't have to have a special vision. You don't have to be a preacher to know what I'm talking about. All you got to do is turn on the television and see it. All you got to do is go to some of these churches and just be with them for a little while. You can see and feel the heart, lonely compromise of lukewarmness there. God's not trying to hide it from us. He wants you to know. He wants you to know that any old religion is not God's way. It's got to be the old time religion. Now, see, I don't preach this. I'm not telling you this to make you upset, to get you mad at me just to do it. See, like I'm letting brothers know that this is what's going on. The devil will get you to compromise your stand for God. Go do your own thing, and all along, under the thin veneer of your self-righteousness, well, I'm still serving God. I still love the Lord. And all along, right, you love Him, but you're hiding underneath 20th century religion. We all know that anybody that serves God is sold out to God. We all know that anybody that really loves Jesus will live like Jesus and try to live like Jesus. You won't be perfect, no, but you'll have a desire to be like Him. Outside, brethren, outside, listen to this. Outside of this realm of self-hypocritical righteousness the church world is hiding in. Outside of that realm are drunkards on streets filled with, cities filled with streets filled with drunkards. Outside of this realm of self-righteousness, outside of this church circle, today are thousands of 13 and 14 and 15-year-old prostitutes. Outside of this snobby religious age are little boys and girls out there walking on the street looking for mama and daddy. I heard a story of a little boy that went up to a man of God one time, and she said, little 10-year-old girl, she said, please pray for me. I want you to pray for me. And she was tugging on his coattail. Please pray for me. And this man of God took the little girl in his arms and said, what's wrong, honey? And she said, Daddy's been gone for days. And mom left last night, and I'm trying to take care of my little sister. And she said, it's hard. I don't know what I'm going to do. Can you help me find my mommy? And this man said he broke inside. He just took those two little girls and just took them in his arms and wept. And he said, but that's just two. Just two. But there are millions and millions of people out there stumbling in the night of darkness. Outside, they're trying to get in. There's so many that want to be saved. There's so many that would serve God if they just wasn't hit with a ton of bricks. There's so many that would serve God if they just wasn't expected to measure up to some religious rule book. They would get saved and they would love Jesus, but in the church they come in and because they're not dressed right, or because they don't have a buck, and because they don't have a distinguished father in town, they're getting stepped on and they're getting pushed back, and we give them the low seat. You hear what I'm saying? See, this religious age is going to stand before God for the world that went to hell. I said this religious age will stand before God and give an account for the rest of the world that went to hell. 20th century religion, I hate you.